I don't know where you've been, but you're gonna respect this courtroom. My life has proven that it's not about where you come from, it's about where you're going. From a jailed youth who had my record expunged to becoming the youngest judge elected.
The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding.
In just 15 years. Ma'am, let me know when you want to go to rehab. Otherwise, I think you're a crackhead.
Absolutely not.
My goal is to inspire others to overcome their obstacles. You don't need him and his little raggedy roommate.
Thank you.
All while having a little fun on Mathis Court. You look like you're ready to lie right the first word out your mouth. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Tasha Monroe is suing film director Marcus Vale in the amount of $12,500.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may be seated.
Miss Monroe claims her dream film role turned into a nightmare when the defendant became verbally abusive and says she was forced to quit and seek therapy.
State your name.
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Tasha Monroe.
Sir?
Marcus Vale, Your Honor.
All right, and ma'am, you're suing the defendant for $12,500, alleging he created a hostile environment during a film production?
Correct.
Start with you.
So initially, he had hired me to be on his movie Deep Down, and this is about a character named Trina who was prior military. She was a military vet for the service for 8 years. She falls into addiction because she can't get used to the civilian life along the way. So this is when it turns sour, though, is when we were on set, we would go through lines and stuff, and we're going through trainings.
Let me allow him to give a description and narrative.
Yes, I hired
gave
Miss
yours of
Monroe.
the film.
I've been a film director for 10 years, and this was kind of my first big break movie, and it deals with a lot of realism of drug addiction, and I needed to have an actress to really step up and have emotional truth to her character. And I felt like in the audition process and early on that she was really ready for this role. But it turned out she just couldn't dig deep enough. And I pushed her to get this realism that I never felt she found.
And you fired her from it?
No, she quit. She quit on me. And
Why did she quit?
She
You
did.
quit,
She
ma'am?
quit on me.
Yes.
Why you quit?
I quit due to the emotional distress I was put under and the unsafe circumstances that were arising.
What was the emotional distress?
So the emotional distress was due to him yelling at me on and off set for unethical reasons.
Give me an example.
So an example would be like, we're on break, right? And it's not set time at all. I'm just trying to enjoy my meal with fellow coworkers, and he just starts yelling at me over little things like me dropping a napkin, or even
I need a specific example. You're giving me generalizations. Give me something specific, because it was so distressful to you that you quit. So it's right on the top of your memory. It's at the top of your memory if you quit a job for it. So I need some specific incidents that distressed you so much that you quit.
One day we were in a crack house for the rehearsal, and this was very distressful because I'm hearing gunshots outside. There's a broken window. There's no lock on the door. This is a real house. It's not a set, despite him previously disclosing this is a set.
What did he yell at you? How did he yell at you? What did he do?
So he's yelling at me because I don't want to
What is he saying when he's yelling?
He's like, you're so dumb. You can't do this role. Why aren't you immersing yourself in this? Yes.
I don't remember calling her dumb, Your Honor.
Go ahead. What else?
Not only was he yelling at me, but he was trying to encourage me to lay on top of a pile of needles and debris that was all over the floor.
As
he
part
hadn't
of the
cleaned
role?
set.
That was all set.
As part of the role?
It wasn't part of the role.
Well, what did he want you to do it for, you think? Was he going to film it?
He's trying to train me.
Was he going to film it? Oh, he was training you.
He wasn't filming me, though.
He was training you. And you knew he was training you. And that's when you quit.
Yeah, I quit due to an argument that we had later on.
What was that argument about?
So this argument was me trying to speak up for the unfair treatment that I had been getting on set, and he just
Let's go over one of the
on me.
unfair examples, because that wasn't unfair. What you just told me, it's my opinion that wasn't unfair. That sounds like he had something he wanted you to do and you just didn't want to do it. And he's the director and you must do it.
I don't know if you heard, but she said that wasn't a part of the shoot. So that was a real crack house on real needles he wanted her to lay on. I don't know if you heard.
But it was rehearsal.
Turns out it wasn't an actual...
It was for the purpose of Why do you think he did it then? Why?
Oh no, I just heard it was real crack needle. It was real needle.
Right.
No, but
and that's exactly what movie makers want. They want the real deal. They want you to immerse yourself into that person. They want you to become the gangster. They want you to have it take over your body. They don't want you to be yourself at all. What do you say? You were about to say something.
right on you.
No, you said, that was what comes with it. I said, does it come with hepatitis C also?
She didn't say lay in it, and to the extent that it would. I don't think you put her in danger
No,
where
it
she
turns
was
out
laying
this was a set,
on
too. Sorry.
needles
No,
that poked her,
They were-
that could poke her.
Absolutely not.
She didn't do it anyhow, right?
She just got real nervous even
You
just
didn't do
seeing
it,
her.
right?
That's the only thing I didn't do that he
Okay.
asked me to do.
Coming up on Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
What did you do that you didn't want to do?
We went to Skid Row, and he wanted me to be over there with the people who were struggling with drug addictions.
And later,
You know you can't run. You couldn't even make a mile. That's why he didn't go. You think he can run further than a mile?
I mean, we started training
This
together.
man had a pack of cigarettes before he got here today.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Tasha Monroe, who is suing Marcus Vale for emotional distress.
What did you do that you didn't want to do?
We went to Skid Row, and he wanted me to be over there with the people who were struggling with drug addictions. I could literally see them shooting up, offering me drugs, and then he still wanted me to continue on, like, intermingling with them, laying near their tents and stuff. And, like, there's no type of security guard, nobody to keep me safe.
You didn't have security,
No,
sir?
there was the production crew. There was a few people there. I was there. You weren't there all
She
alone.
wanted security, though. She should have had security. Go ahead.
Maybe I should have, but there are people around.
But she's not complaining. Is that your issue? Your issue was security, or was your issue type of role?
It wasn't the type of role. It was the fact that I didn't feel safe on set, neither emotionally or physically.
So if you'd have had a security guard there, you would have had no problem intermingling with the drug addicts as they shot their drugs.
Correct.
Okay, so that was the only issue here is security.
Your Honor, the other issue that I had was the fact that I had to get therapy after this extensive stuff
what?
that was happening. Because all of these distressing moments that happened,
Tell me.
with him yelling
Tell me the
at me,
distressing moments
with him
that sent you to therapy. Tell me.
with him bringing me to Skid Row, the crack house, him yelling at me 24/7.
That was the role, ma'am. You're gonna have to do things and be in positions that might not be something that you are used to doing. It's too sensitive to you. It gives you triggers of past trauma. If all that, then you shouldn't do it. You're in the wrong field. Anything else you're suing him for?
Yes, so with the amount of therapy that I had to get, it added up to $7 grand, which is more than I even got paid for the role.
$7,000 worth of therapy. For how many hours you think that you were involved in the shoot? How many hours of shooting?
How many hours was she involved? There was a few days before it really
Okay.
went south.
So probably 30 hours?
Yeah, I would say so.
All right. So for 30 hours of filming, you needed $7,000 worth of therapy. You
And I
wanted
feel
to
like
say
she's
something.
defaming me. You
Tell
know?
me how it went.
Well,
Yeah,
just
you
this,
tell me how things
I
went.
pride myself on realism, and I have a reputation as a director to, put people through real situations. And you knew it was, what the whole subject matter was going to be. And I was just surprised you just overreacted the way you did. And I feel like, my reputation has been dinged a little bit.
Tell me
you know?
what
You're
happened,
like-
sir. I know you should have had this conversation a long time
I
ago.
felt like I felt like she wasn't really hitting her emotional mark. So I worked it out with a couple other producer friends of mine to bring her to a crack house that wasn't really a crack house, a real crack house. And those needles, they were all covered up with styrofoam too. There's no harm that was going to happen to her. But I kind of wanted to scare her a little bit to get her into the role. And you're right, it's part of the method acting process.
Correct.
You're a method actress. You told me you were when I hired you, and that's why I hired you. I had no idea you were just,
I have friends that when they're preparing for a role, if I call them and reach out to them, they talk to me like the role that they're taking.
Yeah.
They talk to me like the role that they're taking. And I know it.
Your Honor, I also went to rehabs and VA centers where people were struggling with distress, and I was studying them close up. I had
We want to let
actor-
him talk now. Go
Okay.
ahead.
In terms of what? Yeah.
Tell me what experiences, the things that she's saying that happened.
Well,
did
that is
you
true.
observe?
She did.
What was the discussion?
I really admired that with her too. She really went out, showed initiative, and went to the hospitals and all that. It wasn't really till I brought her to the realism of the crack house that she really just.
She's suing you, sir.
I
Tell me why she shouldn't get money for the things she said you did to her.
Because
said
she knew what she was getting involved in. I told her all about what type of shoot this was going to be. What type of director I am in terms of realism. You knew what you were getting involved in.
I hope she give you your money
It
because
wasn't
you
like I
keep
was
talking to
wasn't
her, and
springing
I've
on
asked
anything.
you to talk
What?
to me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So,
I don't know why I'm being sued. Honestly, it's ridiculous.
ma'am, you want to give me some details? You're saying the therapy, $7,000 worth of therapy over the course of how long?
Over the course of 10 months,
10 months. How many times a month?
4 times a month.
Okay, once a week for 10 months. And has it ended?
Currently, yes, because I don't have enough money to book
Okay.
shoots.
Are you still acting?
I'm not able to book work due to the emotional distress I was put in. It's making me hard
so
to do that.
you're out of the business. You not only could you not perform that role, the demands of that role were such that you quit the business altogether, and rightfully so, ma'am. If you can't handle the roles, then you should find another industry. And today I can't grant you anything because, as he said, you were performing a role and you were just unable to complete the role, so you left. So you don't get paid for work you can't do. Sorry. Claim dismissed.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been dismissed.
Sorry it didn't work out. You know, you knew what you're getting involved in. I'm just surprised.
I'm not.
Coming up,
Go ahead and reserve what you need. Yeah, you let this man talk about we'll figure it out. That's what messed you up. You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Eddie Adorno is suing Jack Miller in the amount of $1,025. Mr. Adorno claims his former friend was all in for their first New York marathon and says the defendant bailed at the last minute and failed to cover his share of the expenses.
State your name.
Hello, Your Honor. My name is Eddie Adorno.
State your name, sir.
My name is Jack Miller.
All right. And you're suing for $1,025 because he misled you about a marathon commitment?
That is correct.
All right, start with you.
So, Jack here, my former friend, we had an arrangement to go to the New York Marathon. So, Jack promised me that we would go together, and one of the reasons why I firmly needed someone else to go with me was because it was just expensive. I wouldn't be able to pull it off alone. I was looking for someone, and I mentioned it to him at the bar. He works as a bartender. We've had conversations about this. He knows I like to run. He knows it's been my lifelong dream to attend this marathon.
And you knew he liked to run. How long had he been a runner?
He's not really a runner. He was just very enthusiastic about it.
He had never done it before.
He hadn't done it before.
Okay.
I mean, I hadn't run at the New York Marathon myself either before. It's very hard to get into. So as the marathon was coming up, we started training together, and we also agreed that we would split expenses because alone it's just, I mean, it's not that cheap.
You know you can't run. No, you couldn't even make a mile. That's why he didn't go. You think he can run further than a mile?
I mean, we started training
This
together.
man had a pack of cigarettes before he got here today.
I'm not on trial for smoking cigarettes.
Coming up,
What did you all figure out?
I don't remember. I'm telling you, this is mostly his thing. That he was.
Okay, good enough. I was giving you the opportunity to defend yourself. You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Eddie Adorno, is suing Jack Miller for breach of contract.
All right, go ahead. You give me some background on this.
Well, I just like to say that I think he's overstating our relationship a lot. Eddie comes into the bar where I work. Well, he comes in a lot, and he's always talking about running. And, you know, I'm a good ear for customers, for patrons, and I meet a lot of people and go along with whatever they say because I'm serving them, you know. But he kept talking about this thing, and at first I was interested, and we did a little bit of training together. But, you know, I got work, I got 2 jobs, I got life stuff.
What's your second job?
I do a ride share with my car.
Okay.
And that's another reason why I can't just take a random drive down to New York. I just don't think I should be on the hook financially for his decision to put money into this marathon trip, which was more his thing than me.
But you agreed to go.
I agreed initially. I was planning on going.
All right, now let's see how it cost you, his commitment to going and then backing out.
Your Honor, so, it cost me a lot, but initially I do want to say, here's an email that,
Just see it, please. What is it indicating?
so Jack completely confirms that he is going and he wants, so I'm emailing him, telling him about how much it'll cost, the hotel and everything, and he's like, yeah, go for it. That doesn't look like
That's
someone who
really the
wants,
only way I can afford the trip. This is what you're telling.
yeah, and it honestly was.
So I just wanted to make sure you were willing to splitting everything. Yeah, sounds fine to me. I know marathon weekend is expensive. I know it's expensive, you say. So sharing costs definitely makes more sense than trying to do it solo. Go ahead and reserve what you need. Yeah, how you let this man talk about we'll figure it out? That's what mess you up. We'll figure the details out as we get closer. Now, do you have any details?
How will Judge Mathis rule? Find out when Mathis Court returns.
You're watching Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. He said, we'll figure it out. How can you determine how much and y'all hadn't figured it out?
Well, he did tell me a lot about the details.
How much?
I mean, he told me about the hotel and stuff, but we never put down a deposit or anything like that.
I asked you how much. You said we'll figure it out. What did you all figure out?
I don't remember. I'm telling you, this is mostly his thing that he was.
Okay, good enough. I was giving you the opportunity to defend yourself by saying we never worked it out or we worked it out differently from what he's saying. So I'm just going to go with what he says. Anything else?
He agreed to split costs.
In half?
Yes.
And what happened? He did not, obviously.
He did not.
Okay, and he doesn't have a defense. And those costs come to $1,025?
Correct.
Okay, granted, that's your judgment. Have a good day. All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $1,025.
You gentlemen have any final words with each other?
I think it's fair.
I think it's a stupid decision. I shouldn't have to give this guy any money.
Grab your belongings, head this way.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.